Hey, it's Kathy Pitts here, and the dogs and I just came back from a really long walk. But before we left, I watched a video and learned quite a few things. So I wrote down some tips that I wanted to share with you because I thought they might be helpful. So, tip number one is kind of a no-brainer, and it's be polite. When somebody calls you and they want to learn more about your business and possibly work on your team, be polite. Don't be pushy. Even if just the sale is something that you just really want. Remember, it's a person on the other end and they have wants and needs too. So don't be pushy and don't pitch. Nobody likes to be pitched to. Just like yourself, you don't like to be pitched to, but most of us, we do like to buy. So be polite, don't be pushy, and don't pitch. And really make an attempt to make a good impression when you're talking with somebody on the phone, because as the person is listening to you, they are thinking that this is somebody that they will be working with hopefully for a very long time. So when you make a good impression on somebody, then that will help them make that decision to work with you. Get to know the other person, because the other side of that coin is you want to find out who you'll be working with. So get to know the person, find out what their wants are, what their needs are, what their abilities are, what their inabilities are, things that you may be helping them with, and find out how much you may need to be helping them with and how independently they can work. What their experience is, have they been in business before, and things like that will just help you understand more of who that person is and what their needs are. The other thing that is helpful to do at this time is when you're speaking with them, ask them about their dreams and their desires, their why, their goal. I know for me personally, when I got started, I didn't have a dream. I didn't have a big dream, and it's a startling realization when somebody asks you, "What is your dream?" and you realize that you're just sunk so low that you don't really have a dream. So help them find that, because that's going to come in handy. It's going to be their motivator throughout the business. So helping them learn what their dream is, their goal, is very important. Also, address any questions and concerns that they may have. At this point that you're speaking with them, they should have already watched some type of video about the business. So most of their questions should have been answered, but of course they will undoubtedly have more. And this is a time for you to answer those questions for them, and again, build that rapport with them, create a relationship. If they have not watched the video, it is not your responsibility to teach them everything. Send them back to the video and then reschedule another time that the two of you can talk again. Help them understand the business, what the business is about, the time that's required, the skills that will be needed to do the business, what the business will offer them, and how they can progress in the business. Helping them understand the business and what is expected of them and what the possible outcome can be will help them make a decision as to whether this is the right business for them. At this point, when things are progressing well, it's best if you can stay on the line with them, have them in front of their computer, and go ahead and sign up right there online. At this time, you should also address any further questions and objections that they may have. It's really best if you can deal with that, and you'll have to ask them about it and prompt them for it right now while you're on the phone. Because if they hang up and they haven't signed up and then they go away. Then they may decide, oh, it's just too hard, or it's too scary, or whatever their thing may be. So while you have them on the line, go ahead and just address any objections or concerns that they may have at this time. Avoid one-on-one training when you're working with somebody. The business is set up that we don't have to do this. You don't want to get started in it, because once you're working with someone one-on-one, they will learn to expect that. And this is set up so that we don't need to do that. The idea is that we free up our time, not create more time. The other thing is that the business is duplicatable. So when we give a lot to somebody who's new, then they may think, oh, I can't do that. I don't know all that she knows, so I can never do this. But if we just refer them back to where the information is, back to the source, back to BizOp, then that's much more duplicatable. So avoid one-on-one training when possible. Just give them the information to where they can get what they need. So now, after you've been through all that, let them know what the next step is. So now that they've signed up, they're feeling good about what they're doing, then let them know what to do next. They really need a little bit of guidance. So it could be, tomorrow, be on the call, the company call, or be on the webinar, or we'll do, I'll call you tomorrow, whatever it is. Watch some training videos. Just let them know what their next step is and get them started. Direct them where to go. Don't just leave them hanging once they've signed up. Okay, you're part of the team now and you're working together, so stay together on that. If for some reason they decide not to join your company, then please don't turn on them. It could be, usually a lot of objections are fear-based. There was a reason that they called you. They wanted to change their life. They wanted something to be different. They saw this opportunity. But people, they get scared sometimes. So if they decide that this isn't the time, or they just can't do it, don't turn on them and say, oh, fine, and just hang up, because you've built this nice relationship with them on this time that you've been on the phone. And it can be that after some thought, or next week, next month, next year, that they may be ready for this, and you want them to contact you again. So if it doesn't work out, don't turn on them. And I guess it all comes back to step one, or my first thing, which was be polite. So be understanding that for them this isn't right, because as we all know, this isn't for everybody. So I hope that was helpful for you. Again, my name is Kathy Pitts, and you can find more information about me and what I do by going to the web address above or below. I'm not really sure where it would be. But anyway, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.